My back pain came from when I had some surgeries, just the way that I had to lay, and I started, after like a year or two, I would get up from, sleeping. I couldn't get out of bed without like hunched over like a 90-year-old woman, and it would take me really like close to like a half an hour or so just to stand up straight. And I just didn't want to deal with that kind of pain anymore. It was very debilitating trying to run around after the kids or do things right away. It wasn't great. My name is Leah Tozer. I'm 48. I'm a real estate broker for Daniel Gale Sotheby's International Realty. I have always been more of a pressure cooker kind of person. I can't really sit still for a long period of time at all. I've been working since I'm 11 years old. It's just the way that I'm built. I just need to make sure that my physical body is able to keep up with what's happening up here. For me, I work off of this. I can check in on my family on this. It's everything sort of comes from here. I don't really unplug every once in a while, but listen, when you're working at a high level, this is what you have to do. You have to work. I have to make sure everything's okay. I used to work out a lot. I used to do boxing and running and biking. I did the Long Island Century. I did a lot of really great physical activity. And then I had children, and it kind of fell off. I didn't make that a priority, but I would like stretch and do certain things, but I really never got myself back into like a working out type of place. I always thought that you had to work out 5 days a week for hours and sweat and be on crazy diets to really get the results I wanted, but I don't know that I ever really understood what I actually wanted out of being healthy. But for me, what I'm doing now is exactly the way I always envisioned it for myself. When I came in here and sat down and listened to what they're doing, it's not a gym, it's not regular training. I have a specific issue. When you have a specific issue, it affects everything in your life. We figured out that I have imbalances in both sides of my body, things going on with my hips, my back, my ankles. And it just makes sense. It's smart. It's a different way to understand your body and why things are happening. It's very impressive and it's extremely scientific, and it really just makes sense. When I first came to Active Life, it was not like anything I had done before. The first thing was, how are you breathing? It went into, how do you breathe? So I was like, oh, I breathe like, how you normally breathe. And immediately Sam's like, that's not how you breathe. And I said, okay. And I actually had to learn how to breathe with my diaphragm instead of breathing in my chest. Starting from these, what you think are like little changes, makes such a difference. I'm able to, if I feel high stress, I can stop, I can do some breathing. It changes how my body feels, it changes my mindset. I'm able to like move on. So it's an education into yourself, how everything works, and how do you make your body more efficient so that you can do the things that you need to do. It's so specific to your personal body, and I notice that I do different things than everybody else does. Some movements may be the same, depending on what you're working out with, but it is so geared to what I'm trying to accomplish, instead of just going somewhere where you're like, do this, do that, and like off you go.
When Leah started here at Active Life Long Beach, she had lateral hip instability. She had instability in the ankles and the shoulders as well. She also had a lot of fear around movement, so the kinesiophobia around different things that she had done in the past that made her really nervous to do specific exercises. So where we're at now, it is way further than I anticipated us being, right? She was Unsure if she really wanted to move heavy weights. The stability in the hips is gone. The ankles are still work in progress. She plays a lot of golf. She wears a lot of different shoes when she's showing houses, things like that. And the shoulders are definitely way stronger.
I love when Sam asks me questions as we're going through.
Your back.
Oh yeah.
Right? Those four muscles that go like this, that connect into your spine, help make them stronger. You're on your feet a lot all day. You do play the golf, so we need those muscles to be strong and good at helping stabilize.
And I don't like back fat.
That too.
You focus on like the muscles. So she's always like, we're doing your slings. Why are we doing that? So it's really pinpointing, you know, that specific muscle or why I'm doing this. So if we do it for golf purposes, I know that if I'm, you know, trying to get my swing better or I have to get a better rotation, I know that this is the exercise that's helping me for that particular goal. So it's just a very smart, intelligent way to like move through those exercises. And I love being engaged, and I love that she asks me all of these questions and lets me know why we're doing it. It just makes it that much more impactful.
Good. Nice job. 3 more, Leah. Last one.
Woo! In the last 4 to 5 months coming here, I have a huge transformation in how I feel in many different levels. One, my golf game has improved dramatically. That my golf pro says it all the time, like, tell Sam you're doing a great job. I also feel so much more confident and better in all of my clothes. Everything is tight. I see a massive difference in pretty much every body part that I have. It just makes me feel so much better. I feel healthier. My kids see it. My husband sees it. My friend. It's just good. It makes me feel good. And I only have to come like 3 days a week. It's not like I need to be here every single day, like dripping with sweat, like, you know, falling over and not being able to walk. It's just not like that. I've definitely felt a transformation in my career as well, because when you feel really confident, you're not worrying about other things, and you're able to focus so much more on what it is that you're doing, rather than, oh, I have to worry about how my back feels, or, you know, if you're in any kind of pain, you're never gonna function the way you are when you're not in pain. I think that is so important. Even just when I'm walking or I'm sitting, I feel better. I'm not worried about like I'm gonna trip over something and something's gonna happen. It's just, it changes your entire mindset, which translates into everything else that you're doing in life.
So a few months ago, you were limited almost 2 inches from the floor, and you had sciatic nerve sensations. Now you just have regular sensations of stiffness in the hamstrings. So, good job.
My back feels amazing. I haven't had an issue. It was funny, my daughter went to sleepaway camp and we stayed in, you know, like a bed and breakfast. I was so nervous because the bed was like really soft and big. I was like, oh my God, my back. Like in my head, I was already, oh, I'm gonna be in pain. It's gonna be terrible in the morning. And I woke up and I got out of bed and I was like, wait a minute. I wasn't in any pain. That never would have happened before. And I realized, I'm like, wow, I'm this strong that I can deal with something like that, and it had no impact on me whatsoever. And that was a real like aha moment for me.